More stimulus checks are coming to residents this year, going into next year. In fact, there are more states sending them out. This video is loaded with information, and COVID is running rampant. Things that you need to know about before they get worse. Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another show where we talk about stimulus news, checks, and things that are happening right here in our own backyard. My name's John Muro. I'm the host of True Life Investing. Welcome to another show. If you're new to this channel and want to become part of a great family, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. And we'll also give you a chance to win a free Christmas gift just to say thank you. Now, getting on to news that affect you and me on a daily basis are things that are happening right here in this country. And what about these masks? How would it feel to go back to wearing these things everywhere outside, going out to public? Some people wear them in their cars, going to Walmart with your family, and the whole time you're wearing a mask. Now, some of you might be saying, I do that anyway, and that's cool. But for some of us, people like maybe me, I don't like wearing a mask. I don't like, it just causes my ears to itch. I don't like this whole thing on my face, and it just causes so many problems. But it doesn't really make sense, especially if you're out there eating, you have to take off your mask. So with things happening in our country, in fact, there's some shocking news that I'm about to show you guys, because these things are coming back, and they've already came back in 2 states. So with all of that information, let's dive on the screen so I can show you exactly what is going on. So I told you guys, make sure to stay sanitized and make sure to keep your social distancing. If you cough, cough in your elbow. And if you have one of these, make sure to wear it when you're going out in public. Here's why. 1 million could die from COVID in China. New projection shows here's what to know. Things are really amping up in China, and this is where it all began. And it's really starting to take an effect because people could be at the risk of passing because of this COVID virus. Now, again, in our country, we're not really pushing the mask mandate, but 2 states are. So when it really starts boiling down bad over there, people on the show have said, hey, people are traveling from New York and different areas, and they're bringing it over. And it only takes one person to get it to interact with 5 people. Those 5 people interact with 5 more people, and it just multiplies and multiplies, and before you know it, everybody's got it. Well, in the last 2 weeks, COVID, RSV, and the flu have ramped up 56%. And that's something that we should maybe take precaution on. Roughly 1 million people could die from COVID-19 in China by next year as a result of the country's rapid abandonment of pandemic restrictions, a new projection suggests. Researchers worry that the ill-prepared healthcare systems, the low rate of vaccinations among the elderly, and ineffective vaccines will contribute to a massive and deadly COVID-19 surge that has already begun overwhelming hospitals in Beijing. The country of 1.4 billion people has had some of the strictest COVID containment measures in the place since the pandemic began early 3 years ago. But the government began easing restrictions this month after a wave of fervent protests that began in November against the president on his zero COVID policies. So really, what are we in this country going to do, and what's our next step of precaution? For those in the leadership position, those that are leading this country, their natural assumption would be, let's prepare here before it gets worse. Let's bring back the mask. Let's bring back pushing the vaccinations, making them a mandate. Let's make sure that everybody's doing what we can to stay safe. And I get that. But then this is where things get scary. Just like the auto insurance, we're going to get penalized if you don't get the COVID shot. Well, it's only a matter of time before things start getting worse, and it just begins with one thing before it snowballs into other things. So I wanted to really bring that information to your attention, things that are happening right here in our own backyard, because I'm telling you, now is the time to prepare. Now, moving on to some other news, maybe you know someone who's looking for a student loan debt cancellation. Well, the Supreme Court just set a date to hear Biden's student loan forgiveness case, which will decide the fate of millions of borrowers. People are ready to see what's going to happen and when they're going to get those loans forgiven. The Supreme Court will hear arguments on Biden's student loan forgiveness on February 28th. It will take on 2 lawsuits that have paused the debt relief so far. Biden recently extended the student loan payment pause in light of the legal challenges. President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness is officially in the Supreme Court's book. On Monday, the nation's highest court announced it will be taking on both lawsuits that challenge Biden's debt relief on February 28th. So depending on what the Supreme Court decides, he is trying to get this done. But like I said before, this was a move to get more people to vote for the Democrats to get this debt canceled. But here's the thing, it might not even happen. So let us know that if you voted for him and the Democrats because of this, let us know down in the comments below. Now, moving on to some stimulus check news, stimulus update. More stimulus money is coming in 2023, and here's who will get it. So the key points, many people are hoping for another stimulus check. If that's you, let us know down in the comments below. But the federal government may not deliver, and that's really no surprise. That's why these states are having to step up. But 5 states are sending out money to some residents in 2023. Americans have been waiting for stimulus checks from the federal government and have long faced a period of disappointment. This is where you'll see that there are certain states that are stepping up to the plate to help their residents out. So who will get more stimulus in 2023? Well, that's a very, very good question, and we have those states for you right here on the screen. California, many of the California Golden State payments have gone out already, but around 5% of eligible Californians are still waiting for them, and the final set of payments will likely be going out by the end of next month. It's December, so by the end of January, that's when the remaining people who haven't gotten a check in California will start seeing those checks pop up. So now Colorado. The payments of up to $1,500 for joint, $750 for single will be sent out to those that live in Colorado who did not receive them due to delayed submission of their tax returns. The remaining payments are expected to be sent out January 31st of next year. Idaho eligible residents will receive payments equal to or greater than 10% of the amount reported on their 2020 tax returns, either $300 to $600, just depending on how much they're getting. Now, New Jersey homeowners, those checks are scheduled to be sent out May of 2023. South Carolina, it's really for those who filed an extension that they need to get their taxes done by February 15th of next year, and you will receive your payments in March of 2023. If you live in any of these locations, you should check your state's rules to see if you're eligible for stimulus funds, if you can expect a payment in your bank account in the upcoming year. So regardless, I wish that every state would send out stimulus checks. In fact, I wish that every state would help their seniors, those on a fixed income, SSI, SSDI, survivors of up to $1,400. You guys are so deserving of a check. You need a check. Inflation has been terrible, and you don't really have fighting power to fight against it. So I'm hoping that somehow, sooner or later, Joe Biden will say, let's send them a stimulus check. So with all that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching, for joining this channel. If you made it to the end, now it's time for the giveaway information. If you're a fan of this channel and you like to subscribe, let us know down in the comments below of a gift you would like to receive that's $20 and less, and we will put your name into a drawing to see if you win. If you want to jump in on another prize giveaway, then let us know which movie this quote came from.
What are you talking about? You gotta get back on duty. You're not a cop.
Yeah, you're right. I got this down the costume shop. But it can't hurt to pretend.
What a wise and act.
Still one of the best movies out there. Well, according to me, I'm a big Adam Sandler fan. I hope that that made you smile. If that didn't do the trick, then I know this will.
Why are you smiling like that? I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite. Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?
Okay.
Work is your new favorite.
Fine.
Yes, it's one of my favorite movies, ranked number 4 of the best Christmas movies out there. Let us know which Christmas movie is your favorite. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting this channel. Your love and support means the world. Thank you for commenting. And if you want to jump in on supporting this channel, then for $2.99, you can do that very exact thing so we can keep bringing you this updated news. Again, stay safe, stay sanitized, stay warm, and until next time, I'm John Miro. Peace!